Right now at 10, prosecutor threatened with a bench warrant. Why a judge says she needs to show up to his courtroom or else.
It's a case that state prosecutors built up for months, the largest criminal indictment ever filed in the state, but now it could be all thrown out.
I'm Yunji Denise. Thanks so much for joining us. A state judge could dismiss gambling charges against 9 defendants, but first, he needs to hear from a key witness, the lead prosecutor. It is a complicated case, and Brenton Noah is here now to break it down. Brenton.
Yunji, back in May, a grand jury indicted those defendants on gambling charges. Prosecutors are pursuing the charges, but now the defense team is accusing them of misconduct. Adding to the confusion, where's the former lead prosecutor? She's been called to the stand to testify, but wasn't there today. The defense wants the court to force her to show up, and the judge could issue a bench warrant to force her into his courtroom. Noticeably absent from this courtroom, Catherine Kealoha, the wife of Police Chief Louis Kealoha, and the former lead prosecutor who is on leave from her office. The judge is weighing whether to issue a bench warrant for her arrest or for an order to show cause as to why she didn't appear today.
For her not showing up today and trying to hide behind her declaration is just another example of them hiding the ball, not facing up to the facts in court. And as you've seen with Mr. Delaplane, when they do show their faces in the light of day, it's not pretty.
For the second day in a row, Deputy Prosecutor Jacob Delaplane took the stand. Attorneys for the 9 defendants had their chance to cross-examine him about the errors in the indictment. The defense claims that the prosecution provided false information to the grand jury, but it was questioning from the judge that was more revealing.
You didn't prosecute the owners of Fun Zone, Lucky Zone, Winner Zone, or Prize World.
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you wanted to tell the story, wouldn't you have indicted them since you brought them into the indictment?
Again, that was
counts 1 through 7.
That was not my call to make, Your Honor.
Whose call was it?
Catherine Kealoha was the lead prosecutor on this case.
Well, I understand, but when you reviewed and did the grunt work of the 440 count indictment, didn't you advise her that there was a flaw with the indictment?
The defense attorneys maintain that the prosecutor's conduct was egregious.
There's no attorney. There's no defense counsel in a grand jury room. It's solely the prosecutor. And there's a special ethical responsibility not to present evidence that could be, well, frankly, shown to be completely erroneous. There's a duty to make sure that what you're presenting to the grand jury is in fact true.
For her not showing up today and trying to hide behind her declaration is just another example of them hiding the ball, not facing up to the facts in court. And as you've seen with Mr. Delaplane, when they do show their faces in the light of day, it's not pretty.
Deputy Prosecutor Jacob Delaplane will be back on the stand for questioning when the hearing resumes on Friday. Former lead prosecutor Catherine Kealoha is also scheduled to take the stand then as well. Now, if the judge were to dismiss this case with prejudice, that would mean that the prosecution would not be able to go after the 9 defendants again on those same charges. Back to you.